Hello, my name is Ducouré. I'm the director of Cuties. Cuties is about Amy, an 11-year-old little girl who meets a group of dancers called Cuties. Fascinated, she initiates herself to a sensual dance to join the group and escape dysfunction, familial dysfunction.
So here at Culture Focus Magazine, we're really happy to have you and talk about the film. And can you tell us what inspired you to write that story and tell that story? And how was it directing the film?
One day I was in my, I grew up in 19 districts in Paris, in a poor neighborhood. And one day I was in a neighborhood gathering, and there were a lot of shows with a lot of public from the neighborhood. And at the moment, a group of dancers come on the stage and dance very well, very sexy, very sensual, and it was fascinated, and at the same time it was disturbing because they were only 11 years old, and everybody was a bit shocked because in the assistants there were a lot of mothers with traditional from culture, African culture, as well Muslim culture as well. And I attended that day in a really cultural shock, and I decided to meet a lot of little girls to try to understand if they really they know what does it mean to dance in that way or wear that clothes. And it's why I made this movie.
Well, we're very happy you did, and it's a great film. It will be shown on Netflix, correct? Soon. And then my question to you as a female director, how hard and difficult is it? And also, how are female directors perceived in France?
It's very funny, your question. I like your question because the first festival I made with my short film, it was the first in my life. I showed my short film Mother in a festival, and I won the grand prize at that festival. And one guy come to my producer. This guy even talked to me, never talked to me, and I was with high heels, dress, makeup, and he went to my producer and told him, "Tell me the truth. She didn't direct this movie. I can't believe it because she's too feminine to doing that." And that day I was just so shocked because I wasn't here, but my producer told me that, and I said, "Just tell me who told you that? I just want to speak with him and try to understand." But he didn't want to tell me. I understand that to be a woman director will be difficult because so many people again think that when you are a woman you can't think, you can create, you can lead, you can do everything you want, and it's important to be here to show that of course it's possible. Everything is possible as a woman.
Have you faced, other than the chauvinist aspect of being a female and a director, have you faced any challenges or any oppositions from others when making this film or other films, or has it been an easy road for you?
Opposition, you mean about
problems?
Funding, or?
Yes, problems in funding, or
as a female.
Mm-hmm.
For real, I was lucky. First of all, I worked so hard on my script because in France the system is all about the script, for funding your movie. And I worked during 2 years with 3 collaborators, 2 consulting on the script. And when the script were ready, we were very lucky because we were able to financing it in 3 months. It's really short for a film, particularly for a first film, and it was a beautiful adventure.
And how did you go about finding casting for very talented young girls to be a part of it?
For me, the casting is so important, and to find my characters. I saw almost 700 little girls, and for me, it was important to have a really to fall in love to the characters, and I'm very happy about my casting. I love them. Yeah.
And how did you go about pitching this to Netflix and just being able to expose this project on such a high level, even here at Sundance? I mean, what was the process like? Can you walk us through it?
First of all, we have a team with I have my producer, Zangro. The name of the production is Bien Production. So it's a very big and important team close to me. And we have our distributor, Backfilm, and they create the contact with Netflix about the movie. And I was happy to know that my film will be screened at the theater in France. That's very important for me. And as well, at the same time, it will be screened in 190 countries around the world. That is very huge, and in several languages for a director to show his film is the most important, and be here in Sundance as well is very important. After Sundance, I'm going to Berlin. I'm so thrilled about that.
Well, you're a big inspiration because you have done something amazing and it's being noticed internationally, but it's not easy to do. There's a lot of talented female filmmakers, and especially for women of color and being female and being young. So what you've done is incredible. So what advice would you give to women that are trying to make it, that are young, or also there are women of color and there's so much going against them, but they want to chase that dream? What helped you that can help them as well?
The thing is, when I was, for me, everything is about have models. When I was young, I grew up watching television, cinema. It's for me like a mirror of the society, but I didn't used to see my reflection in this mirror, and today everything is going better about representation of female, representation of female of color as well, and be here. I know it's very important. In France, we are very, very rare. There is a lot of talent, but not, I can say, famous for the moment, and things are changing now. I can feel that our institution, for example, the CNC or Unifrance, they are creating a lot of how can I say, a lot of steps to change the situation and have more equality between for female and for female of colors.
Absolutely, and you're an amazing role model, so I'm sure you're very proud of what you've done, and there's so much to do in the future as well. Can you tell us, before Cuties, what other projects have you worked on, or films?
I'm a self-made director. I've never been in a cinema school, and it was a dream, but for me, a dream completely impossible. Probably because of the fact that I haven't models in front of me. So I was very, it was a very beautiful experience because I made a short called Mothers, and what happened to me with this short is just magical because it was my first professional short film, and with this short I've been in more than 200 festivals around the world and won so many prizes. I won Sundance International Prize, Toronto Best Short Film, the French Oscar called the César as well. And I think that helped to be in contact with channels and distributor about my film. Yes.
Wow, self-made, and you're a huge success story. So your story is telling everyone, if you work hard and you chase your dreams, it is possible and you can make it, right? And don't give up.
For me, everything is about belief. Everything is about believe on yourself, believe on, when I was on the stage, when I've got my Caesar, I made a speech about my mother, because my mother, when I told her that I wanted to become work in the cinema industry, she told me you can't do that, because this is not for us. Cinema industry is not for black people. And
you proved her wrong.
And that day I told my mother, I hope with this Caesar you change your mind.
I'm sure it has already, and she's very proud.
She did.
And what is next for Cuties?
Next, I have some projects. I'm writing now my second feature film, and also other projects for, I can say, television or streaming. I don't know yet. I'm working on it, and
Amazing. And my last question to you is, what would you like to say to everyone who's watching this interview from Cultured Focus magazine?
Watch my movie.
Great message. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.